How to start a fire the right way. Survival basics for beginners. Most beginners think starting a fire is only about making a flame. But in real survival, fire does not begin with fire. It begins with preparation. A lighter, matches, or a ferro rod can help you create a spark. But if your tinder is damp, your wood is too large, or your fire structure is wrong, the flame can disappear in seconds. A survival fire is not just a spark, it is a system. Fire is one of the most important survival basics. It can help you stay warm, boil water, cook food, dry clothing, signal for help, and keep your mind calm in a difficult situation. But fire is also something that must be respected. You should only build a fire where it is legal, safe, and controlled. Survival knowledge begins with responsibility. Before you build a fire, you need to understand the fire triangle. Every fire needs three things: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Heat is the spark, flame, or ember that starts the process. Fuel is the material that burns, such as tinder, twigs, kindling, or wood. Oxygen is the air that allows the fire to keep burning. If one part of the triangle is missing, the fire will fail. Too little heat, and the tinder will not catch. Wrong or damp fuel, and the flame will die. Not enough oxygen, and the fire will be smothered. This is why fire starting is not only about tools, it is about balance. Before you strike a match, take 60 seconds to check the area. Is the wind calm? Is the ground clear? Are there dry leaves nearby? Are there branches above you? Is your tent, gear, or shelter far enough away? Do you have water ready? And do you have a way to put the fire out? A beginner mistake is focusing only on the flame and forgetting the environment around it. A good survival fire should be small, controlled, and easy to extinguish. Now prepare your fuel ladder. Think of your fire materials as steps. First, tinder, then tiny twigs, then pencil-sized sticks, then thumb-sized sticks, and only later, larger wood. Do not jump from tinder straight to big logs. Fire needs a gradual path to grow. Tinder catches the first spark. Small twigs catch from the tinder. Kindling catches from the twigs. And larger fuel only works after the fire is stable. This is where many beginners fail. They add big wood too early, block oxygen, and smother the flame. Start small. Let the fire breathe. Then build it slowly. Now create your spark or flame. You can use a lighter, waterproof matches, or a ferro rod. For beginners, a lighter is usually the easiest tool. A ferro rod is a great backup because it lasts a long time and can work well in many outdoor conditions. But remember this, a tool does not make the fire. Preparation does. Hold your spark source close to the tinder. Protect it from wind, and once the tinder catches, do not panic. Let the small flame grow before adding more fuel. If your fire fails, do not blame the tool first. Check the system. If the spark does not catch, your tinder may be too damp or too thick. If the flame appears but dies quickly, your kindling may be too large. If the fire smokes heavily but does not grow, it may need more oxygen or drier fuel. If the flame disappears after adding wood, you probably added too much fuel too soon. Fire starting is a skill, and every failed attempt teaches you what part of the fire triangle needs to be fixed. In real preparedness, bigger is not always better. A small controlled fire is often safer, easier to manage, easier to cook with, and easier to extinguish. You do not need a dramatic fire. You need a useful fire. A good fire is not built by force. It is built with patience. Before leaving, always extinguish your fire completely. A fire is not out when the flame disappears. A fire is out when the ashes are cold. Pour water over it, stir the ashes. Pour water again, and check for remaining heat before you leave. Never leave a fire unattended. The final survival skill is not only starting the fire, it is knowing how to end it safely. Pre-learning how to start a fire is not about being extreme. It is about understanding one of the most basic survival skills with calm, safe, and practical knowledge. Remember the system: fire triangle, safety check, fuel ladder, controlled flame, cold out finish. This is the foundation of real preparedness. For more beginner survival guides, visit Global Survival Base. Learn the basics before you need them. Preparedness is not panic. It is making calm decisions before pressure arrives.